Alright, we're going to begin painting the blue parts first. I'm going to use the Pro Mix Cobalt Blue, which is a very thick pigmentation of paint. It took me a while to actually thin it down with the right consistency coming out of my airbrush. However, it seems to clog up very fast. I've already mixed it up pretty well, and I really don't want to thin it up more if I have to. When it does come out, it comes out fine. Then if you stop, it stops. And now I'm going to begin with this one, but I'm just letting the flow come out a little bit better. And I'm doing a very light pass on this. The cobalt blue is nice, it does come out really nice, and with the pre-shading of the black, it does look pretty good as well. And you guys can see that. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Really nice. Let's do another part here. Just going to do a few parts. Yeah, I'm going to use this one now. Pretty good. Yeah, that looks really nice. Let's do the foot. That's alright. Let's get the elephant in the room done. I'm going to let it dry a bit. I did do the back part of it, and I didn't connect the two parts together, which would have easily allowed me to judge. I want to make sure that I judge the amount of color tone on the parts, make sure it's nice and even. Also, I don't want to accidentally oversaturate this. Just prior to me starting this, I had to review all these primed parts. And that came out nice. And I had to actually sand down a few parts that I had a little bit of oversaturation of the primer. Oh, this is the white part. Ooh, what are you doing here? No, go here. No problem. Sorry. The back foot. So I have a few more here to do. Let me finish it up, and then we'll move on to the main part of the kit, and that's the white parts. Give me some time to take care of this. Alright, now let's move on to the next color, and that's going to be the cool white, which I'm going to use. And right now, pre-shading all done. Let's get some highlight. Let's lighten this up a bit, but not too much though. Make sure enough pressure comes out. I'm doing this from a far away angle, so I get an even even saturation of the part, so we don't lose the pre-shading, as you can see there. Try to keep that there as best as possible. I'm gonna try to do a second pass later on by diluting the paint, putting maybe 80% thinner and 20% white. Right now this is an even 50-50 because I want to get at least a good shine on it. If not, I may end up, you know, just the top coating should be fine. See, that's fine. Let's try this one. That's good. That's very good. Do the forearm. That's good. Okay. This part. That is good. That is good. Alright, let's do this one here. I gotta review each and every one of this in the light, make sure it's all even out. So that way I don't have one that's a little darker than the other. That's something that is very difficult to do in this light. I guess you guys noticed right here on the side, I just got myself a new cleaning airbrush cleaner. I was at Harbor Freights the other day, and because I watched a guy's video talking about, you know, they were selling airbrush equipment at Harbor Freights, and I said, let me go check it out. And there was an airbrush compressor set for like around $80, I think it was. But the airbrush that it comes with, what is it? It was a siphon-fed airbrush. Now, not many people buy siphon-fed airbrushes. I've had one a long time ago, and I guess I was not comfortable with it. Many people probably are going to agree with it. Yet, I was surprised when I saw it they were also selling like a cheap version, a middle version, and then a high-end version of a siphon-fed airbrush. And you can't, I'm going to say maybe you shouldn't knock it until you try it, because right now somebody's going to probably tell me on this video that no, siphon feds are great. Maybe you're not doing it right. So I guess cool to have something like that, but I'm not interested in getting one. But I'm kind of happy that they have the compressor there, because in case something happens with this guy, which I have a distinct feeling it's about to die one day, not work at all. That's alright. I'm gonna, at least I know where there's one nearby to get one, not order one. But I picked that up for like $9. See, I gotta make sure this thing's consistent. Yeah, that's close enough. Very close enough. Good. Let's do 2 more. This is the back part of the leg. Alright, so let's summarize a few things here. First thing, I did these, except I didn't pre-wash these guys, so it's going to look weird. So once I'm done with, I'm going to get the other airbrush. I'm going to try to pre-shade, instead of pre-wash, pre-shade these parts and then re-spray paint it. I didn't spray paint the blue part on this guy, so that's not a big deal. That should be fine. And let's just do this one before I forget. Not the elephant in the room. Once I'm finishing up on this, and I'm satisfied with the parts, I'm going to move on to removing all the parts from their trees and applying it onto the on the Zaku FC or Zaku Kai and begin priming and painting those. So we can get that taken care of as well. I didn't paint the inside of this, which I was still debating. I'm thinking of something right now, but I'm not going to show it up on camera. Oh, this came out nice. Look at that. Very nice. Alright, so let me finish up all the white parts, and then we're going to move on to the painting of the Zaku Kai 1/100 scale. Alright, so I'm in the middle of sanding down and cleaning up all these parts. Now that the Alex 2.0 has been finished painting and I have it onto the side, I'm going to begin to prime and paint these. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough clips to do it all in one shot. Now you have to work with what you got. And at this moment, I am sanding down all the parts. I remember someone telling me that it's probably a good idea to do a light sanding of your parts. Not too much though, so that way when you paint the parts, when you paint on them, the sanded part will adhere, paint will adhere better on a part, especially primer. I did a lot of work with like the legs here. I actually did a scribing using the knife, and for the arms, I've already sanded this whole thing down, and I used the tack to make sure that there's no seam line. I'll double check again. Yeah, barely nothing there, and on both sides as well. I'm gonna do a little bit more light sanding on this. I do have, I just got recently I think 800 and 1000 sanding, not sanding sponge, but I think I do have one, but sanding paper, so I can cover it, clean it up a bit, and make sure it looks good. There is some scarring here. Let me just take care of that first. Do this one as well. Let's see. Sometimes this doesn't want to come off. Where's the sanding paper? Just had it here a minute ago. I'll get to it in a moment. I did, besides the scribing, I did a little light modification. I did mention before about the backpack. Hold on, there. I want to show you something before I move forward. You know what? I gotta take these out so I can clean them up. Alright, I'll just use these two. So right now, as you can see, I finished cleaning up the backpack, and these are the thrusters that go right behind it. And remember that there's that red thrust, the red part that goes in there. But I decided to not use these, and use the thrusters that I received, these custom made thrusters. Unfortunately, the peg hole was round, so I had to, using the sanding stick, to square them up so they can all fit into place. And it is, one's tougher than the other, but that's alright. There we go. I like how these came out. These look really nice. So clearly what I'll do is I'll paint the outside the one color, but on the inside I'll paint it red. Fair enough, right? Keep it consistent. There is the let's see here. There are these back thrusters here, which I don't know if I should use the smaller one. The problem is, though, it's so deep inside the inside this part, I believe, in the back, that you can barely even see it, that I don't know if I should utilize it or not. And am I looking at the correct thruster? Because I know there's a few here. Yeah, this one right here. So yeah, this is the one that goes in the back of the leg. I believe it's this one right here. So if that sticks out like that, I could. There's no extra part that goes in there. I believe not. Maybe I could. Let me see. These are beautiful brushes, though, I have to admit. There are various nozzles here. Maybe I could do, like, put this one in there. I can cut that and stick it in there. That would probably be nice, I guess. I don't know. I know the little one that I just pulled out is the side thruster. Alright, where'd you put it? There it is. I know this one goes to the side, and maybe that's a little too big, but there are another one here, another thruster bell. That can probably go there, but that's kind of overstretching it. I mean, I would have to gut the whole thing out, maybe sand it down even further. So no, I won't utilize these two. Just those three for the backpack will be fine. Now, I was actually thinking of putting an LED light in the monowide. But I don't have a battery pack. Or do I? But unfortunately I haven't thought of where to put it in the body for the battery. I could probably stick something back here. Shimmy the wires all the way in the body. Here's the body. I would have to get the wiring all the way up to the neck here. Bring it all the way down to there. And then once you get to the waist unit, which is right here, remove this. The cavity is big enough for battery, but I thought I saw a battery pack somewhere around here. Oh wait, I do. It's this one right here. Yeah, I don't think this will work. I don't think this will work. Yeah, I mean, I could probably gut that entire section here. That might work. Cut this whole section off. Stick that under there. Call me crazy, but give me a moment.